morning everybody, my name is Crystal and welcome to my YouTube channel. Good morning, it's Saturday morning. The weather is a bit, well, it's warm but it's been raining and it's very windy outside. I took Max out for a walk this morning and the wind, it was blowing my hat off my head. The wind is quite forceful. Alexa, what's the time please?
The time is 11:22 a.m.
Alexa, good morning.
Good morning, and a happy birthday to actor, writer and director Sylvester Stallone. His films have grossed over $5.5 billion at the box office. As the tagline to Rocky read, his whole life was a million to one shot.
So good morning everybody. I feel tired. I do feel tired. It was a horrendous racket last night. Music and people shouting, and I just went to bed. And I happened to get up about 1:20 in the morning just to turn there, because I had the television up to cover the music. So I had the television, I turned the television off and put a fan on, because a fan makes a fucking noise, don't it? A fan makes a noise. So I shut the window in the living room, but I kept the bedroom windows open, and I just laid down on my sofa and watched telly, and I fell asleep. Just fell asleep. I didn't take any notice of it. I'm not a young person. I don't really want to go out to concerts or things like that. I've also got a nerve condition in my face. So I just kept indoors, kept quiet, and I just went to bed. Got up this morning, got to write up my journal. I've spoken to Sean on FaceTime, and I went out after talking to Sean onto the field with Max. I'd been to the cash point to withdraw some cash because I wanted to put a lottery ticket on today. I thought I did it yesterday, and either I didn't pay, the guy didn't hear what I was saying, but I didn't see a lottery ticket, so I've gone out and put the lottery on today. So I took Max with me up to the cash point, took some money out, and went onto the field, and there was no one on there to start with. Nobody at all. Then this mother and son walked onto the field. So the mother had a grey hair and a ponytail, and her son was enormous. So he was wearing a black like tracksuit, but he was like 400 pounds. Fair play to him. You know, it takes a lot of effort for a large person to walk around that field, because it's I mean, I got my ankle my ankle was sprained walking around that field, and that guy was heavy walking around the field with his mother. Really big guy with glasses. He was quite large, and you know, it does take it out of you walking if you're big. Because when it's hot, and even when you're thin, you sweat. So you can imagine a large person, can't you, walking around sweating in a heavy tracksuit. They had a couple of white dogs, and one came bounding over, and I thought, don't you, you know, the worst thing is, I mean, it's embarrassing, isn't it? Max, when I was first training him, used to jump after people and go for their feet and their ankles, because that's what Chihuahuas are like. They're very, very yappy, and they're small. So a big dog could jump up on your legs, right? So I've had a lot of dogs jump on my legs, right, and scratch the back of my leggings. And if an owner is genuinely apologetic, I don't mind. If the owner says, oh, I'm so sorry, I'm really sorry, I didn't mean for that to happen, then that's fair enough. But you get the odd one or two, like people that just don't give a fuck, and they just stare while their dog is like tearing into your leggings and getting dirty paws all over your clothes, and they just stood there. And you know, so this mother and son come onto the field, and the white, like I was saying, it was a Scotty dog, a white Scotty dog, came running over, and I wasn't in the mood for confrontation, so I don't want to get angry. I did get some sleep last night, and I'm not a nasty person. And we'll go through what some of the newspaper has got in it today. And I didn't lose my temper once yesterday. In fact, I was smiling and I was happy. Okay? And it was really noisy last night, and it wasn't upstairs. It was loud music outside, like someone was having a party. I don't know if they was, and I really couldn't care less. I mean, just leave people to get on with their lives. I told you I went to bed. So I wasn't cross and angry and shouting, because that's what my father was like, and it's a one-way route to giving yourself a heart attack, isn't it? Stress. If you don't let it stress you, you don't get stressed, right? Just brush it away and get on with something. Even if it's 2 o'clock in the morning, just do something, you know, you do during the day. If they're making noise outside, do a bit of hoovering. Make yourself the dinner for the next, for later on in the morning. Do you know what I mean? Just don't take any notice of it. People laugh at you when you get cross. They think it's funny. It ain't, because it could give someone a heart attack. It's not funny watching someone in distress, getting anxious. It's nasty. So I don't get stressed. I just turn around, wherever the noise coming from, I go somewhere else and do something else out the way. And when I went out last night onto the balcony and people were laughing and like to each other and were loud, I just turned my back on it and walked back in. So I went onto the field, came off the field after that couple came on, walked back home, got into my flat, and I thought, right, I'm going to put that lottery ticket on. So I went back out again. I'd had a FaceTime call with Sean beforehand, and he said, he was talking like Kim. He said, what are you doing today? I went, well, the weather's bad, not much really. And Kim usually asks me, what are you doing today? I'm not going up to see my mother, but we'll listen to my mum's phone call, who's phoned later this morning than usual. So let's listen to my mum Jennifer's answer phone message. I went round to my mum's on Wednesday.
Welcome to your EE voicemail. You have 2 new messages and 8 saved messages. First new message. Received yesterday at 8:56 p.m.
Good evening, Janessa. I'm sorry to phone you later this evening, but I went to sleep very early and I thought...
Your message will be saved for 7 days. Next new message. Received today at 11:14 a.m.
Good morning, Janessa. This is your mother, Jennifer, speaking to you from her landline phone. Hoping you have a good Saturday, thinking of you, and hope to see you later next week sometime. Okay, Janessa, have a lovely day, thinking of you.
Message deleted.
Short and sweet this morning. Well, guys, I won £17 yesterday on scratch cards, and I had some money left from what my mum had given me anyway. So, and I went out yesterday very briefly. I do want to go to Rochester Castle, but I need to be steady on my feet, and I have been tripping over a lot, so we're not going to go to the castle by ourselves until we feel better. I'm not usually like that, no, not tripping over, apart from once when I sprained my ankle on the field, and that was bloody painful. That took ages to go away. I was in agony. well, people that walk a lot get injuries, runners get injuries, sports players get injuries. It happens. So I've been to the co-op, guys, and there was a lady with pink hair serving. Vibrant pink hair. And she was really, really bright pink hair. Wavy pink hair. Serving on the co-op counter. I didn't take my camera in there because I was uploading a video to YouTube inside my flat, so I left my phone uploading while I went outside to the co-op. I don't always take the camera out with me. Sometimes I don't, sometimes I do. It depends what's gone on, whether I think that I'm going to get messed about with, and then I do. So we've got a bottle of Pepsi Max mango flavour. Pepsi Max mango, 2 litres, about £1.70, no sugar. We've got 3 Yuzus, which are £1.40 each, banana, strawberry and chocolate. I decided to get some French fancies. French fancies, you know, the little cakes. I've had 2 of them this morning with my cup of coffee. French fancies. Mr. Kipling 8 French fancies. Love those. Well, put the lottery on. I have put my lottery on. Yes, and what I've put the lottery on. One Saturday draw on Saturday 6th of July. 1 play, £2 for 1 draw. Just the ordinary lottery. That's what I thought I did yesterday, but I didn't. So we put our lottery ticket on. I'm just feeling exceptionally tired. Just really, really tired. And what I wanted to do was just read you some of what's in the Daily Mail this morning. Obviously, Labour's won and Keir Starmer's moved into number 10 with his wife. So if we just go through what I wanted to read. Lucy Letby, the nurse, is pleading that she's innocent. The baby murderer. The trial of Lucy Letby, baby K. She's trying to convince people that she's innocent. There's one piece on the death capsule. A controversial doctor in painless suicide claimed for his nitrogen gas pod. The death capsule. A death capsule designed to carry out allegedly painless assisted suicides will be used for the first time this month, according to reports. The sarco, short for sarcophagus, will allow a patient lying inside it to press a button and die within seconds. According to the company behind it, Exit Switzerland, the apparatus works by filling up with nitrogen to starve the occupant of oxygen, rendering them unconscious before they die a peaceful, even euphoric death. It was devised by Dr. Philip, I can't spell this, Nitsky. Nicknamed Dr. Death in some quarters amid a drive to demedicalise death by removing doctors from the process and putting suicide devices in the hands of individuals seeking to end their lives. In theory, the capsule can be towed to a place of someone's choosing, providing a stylish and elegant way to die. The pods, which can be 3D printed from biodegradable wood, cost around £14,400 to create, according to the firm's website. A person will have to be assessed by a medical professional to obtain a code to prove they are sound of mind before entering the capsule. According to reports in Swiss news outlets, Dr. Nitsiki wrote in an online forum on June 10th that Sarko's first deployment in Switzerland was expected in the next few weeks. Sources said Exit Switzerland's preparations are complete, with a euthanasia candidate selected and a launch scheduled for this month. It is unclear who the person is, and Dr. Nitsiki and his team have neither confirmed nor denied the reports. In an interview last year, he explained how the pod works. The person will climb into the machine, they will be asked 3 questions, and they will answer verbally. Who are you? Where are you? And do you know what happens if you press the button? He said. And if they answer those questions verbally, the software then switches the power on so that the button can then be pressed. And if they press the button, they will die very quickly. When you climb into Sarko, the oxygen level is 21%, but after you press the button, it takes 30 seconds for the oxygen to drop to less than 1%. Right, so that's a controversial thing, isn't it? Not sure about that one. Because what gets me is 1 minute a human being can change their mind, right? They can. So you might be in a mood one day where you feel depressed and suicidal and you decide to do this, right? And then you might feel like that for a while, and then you change your mind, don't you? I've gone through severe depression, and I felt terrible, and I'm not going to do this, I'm not going to do that, and that. And then when the depression lifts, you feel a lot better, and you don't feel like that anymore. So I'm not sure about assisted suicide myself, unless someone is in severe pain, which is causing them to be, distressed and in agony, something like that. But not people that suffer from depression and decide, well, I've had enough of life, that is it. Because human beings, moods change. Another piece in the Daily Mail, page 45 today, Saturday 6th of July. Spared jail, Deliveroo rider who chewed off a customer's thumb. A Deliveroo rider who bit off a customer's thumb in an argument over pizza was given a suspended jail sentence yesterday. And my mother is called Jennifer, my mum, and it's spelt with 2 N's. So this Jennifer is J-E Niffer. So Jennifer, Niffer. Jennifer. Now that's a novel way of spelling Jennifer. 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 And a niff is a smell, isn't it? Niffer. It niffs, it's whiffy. Jennifer. So a Deliveroo rider, Jennifer Rocha, calls Stephen Jenkinson a permanent irreversible injury in a reckless attack while delivering him a Pizza Express order, a court heard. Mr. Jenkinson, 36, and Jennifer Rocha, 35, My mum's 78, by the way. My mum, Jennifer, is 78. Had a brief argument over a delivery code before the Brazilian Deliveroo rider bit him. The plumber's right thumb was severed just above the knuckle. Following the grave incident, Mr. Jenkinson had part of his big toe surgically sewn onto the stump of his missing thumb. Jennifer Rocha looks like a brute. Not being nasty, but it looks like a bigger version of Charlotte. Looks, I've got a relative called Charlotte. It looks like a bigger version of Charlotte, who comes round with brought a bunch of flowers round for my mum the other day. Charlotte's got blonde hair at the moment. My hair is tinted coffee colour and it's curly and wavy. So Jennifer, I've told you a niff is a smell. Niffy, whiffy. So guys, that is a couple of pieces in the mail on Saturday. I'm quite happy in my flat. I told you there was a couple of blokes looked like they were wearing my mother's jeans, but they were a lot thinner than my mother Jennifer. So it goes on. It just goes on, doesn't it? The confusion goes on, or the pretense, as I put it, and taking the piss out of me when I'm not Jennifer. See you later.